Okay, we're live back at the scene here. Had word with Kids High Patrol momentarily.
All right, go ahead and say and spell your name.
Sure, it's Stephen LaRoe. It's L-A-R-O-W. I'm a trooper with the Kansas Highway Patrol.
What do we know so far?
So far, what we know is that we had a trooper try and stop a vehicle in the 4800 block of South Topeka Boulevard. That'd be the red Jeep that's over here for an expired tag. The driver chose to take off from the trooper. They came over on northbound on Kansas. I'm not too sure what side street they took to get over to Kansas. And at 13:11 hours at 1:11, the trooper was told to disregard the pursuit. He disregarded back down here. About a minute later, he drove up here, and that red Jeep was up against a tree. The passenger stayed, and the driver was last seen northbound on foot.
So how long was it from that 4800 block moment right up to here? How long of time was that?
Maybe 2 minutes, maybe a little bit less.
How fast were they going?
They had speeds reported somewhere down at South Topeka, about 4800 block South Topeka, initially at 90. After that, they crossed over to Kansas. I do not have a reported speed. So,
how do you guys decide when to stop the pursuit?
There's a lot of factors you have to consider. The officers always have to consider the time of day, schools, locations, things like that. They also got to consider speeds and what the charges that they have are. At the time, we just had expired tag, so he stopped the pursuit. Unfortunately, like I said, it ended here at Kansas and Hillside. The driver hit a tree and the passenger stayed.
Have we got a good description yet of the suspect?
Yes, so right now our description is we have one white male wearing black shorts and a black work-style shirt. That's all we have. We don't have a name or anything else to distribute at this time. But like I say, he was last seen northbound on foot from Kansas and Hillside.
And was that the passenger over here that you?
That was the passenger, yes, sir.
Is he being charged with anything?
No, sir, he's not.
Okay.
Not at this time, anyway, I can tell you that.
Do we know if the vehicle was stolen?
We're trying to work all that out right now. Like I said, it's kind of an active scene. We're still trying to figure some things out, trying to figure out who the owner of the vehicle is, things like that. So like I said, it's real active. We got one person that we're looking for. It's a white male, black shorts, black t-shirt, and last seen northbound from here, probably covered in sweat 'cause it's pretty warm.
Any injuries that we know of?
No injuries have been reported so far, no, sir.
And they're still looking for the suspect?
Yes, sir, we are. We're looking for the driver.
You have the helicopter up and units
yes, sir,
on the ground?
Yes, sir, that is our helicopter. We do have units on the ground. We'll be working with Topeka Police Department and obviously Kansas Highway Patrol today.
Any danger to the public?
None that we're aware of, no.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Thank you.
Anything else, gentlemen?
No.
There you hear it right
Awesome.
here
Thank
at
you.
South Kansas Avenue and Hillside. And the vehicle is now being towed off as you see it. Reporting for CGLN.com, Phil Anderson. From the location here where this vehicle crashed in South Topeka at Hillside and South Kansas Avenue. Again, we're right at about the 2600 block of South Kansas Avenue. And as you heard, this all began about the 4800 block of South Topeka Boulevard when a trooper attempted to stop that red Jeep Cherokee Sport SUV. The vehicle continued on, and the chase was called off. It was up to about 90 miles an hour, as we were earlier reported. The vehicle then continued here without the trooper in hot pursuit, crashing into this vehicle here on the northwest side of this intersection. The passenger stayed with the vehicle, no injuries reported, and apparently he's right over here being questioned and he's being held right now by the Highway Patrol. No arrests are imminent at this point with this individual, we were told, but again, they're still looking for the white male wearing black shorts and a black work shirt who had been seen driving this vehicle and had fled from the scene. And again, you can maybe see up above here and here as it flew above us, and now to the north over downtown Topeka, the Kansas Highway Patrol helicopter. Topeka police units are on the ground here, as are Highway Patrol units looking for this individual. If you see this person, it might be a good idea to call 911 just to let officers know immediately where this individual was seen. And you can also call Crime Stoppers if you want to leave a tip anonymously. That's 785-234-0007. Again, the vehicle was being an attempted stop was made on the vehicle because of an expired tag. We don't believe that the vehicle was stolen. We haven't heard that yet. Possibly was. We just have no confirmation, but not an immediate confirmation. And you can see police here, or I should say An officer back here to my left under the 30-mile-an-hour sign is talking to apparently a local resident who's pointing at things out here, as you can see her doing. And then this individual here talking to the Highway Patrol troopers right over here behind the white Highway Patrol car talking here. He was, we're told, the passenger in that red Jeep Cherokee Sport 4x4 SUV, which has now been towed from the scene. Speeds up to 90 miles an hour. Rather scary to think about that occurring. Thank God no one was in harm's way or was injured in this particular pursuit. And again, Highway Patrol did call this off, but the red SUV continued on, and it appears that somehow it was going north here and making a left-hand turn at some point to go across here. I see no skid marks, however, on this street, none whatsoever. Popped the curb and hit this tree right back behind where we're looking here. The tree on the right, there's a couple of trees. It would be the one on the right that SUV struck. Again, speaking of police, Kansas Highway Patrol here at the scene, but at this point no arrests have been made and an active search is still ongoing for the driver. We don't have an identification of the driver other than he's a white male wearing a black work shirt and black shorts. He fled northbound from the scene. You heard it here live with Trooper Stephen LaRoe with the Kansas Highway Patrol. We appreciate him coming over and talking to us this afternoon. Now we see the individual here who had been talked to by Kansas Highway Patrol just getting into this vehicle. And at this point, we'll just kind of wait things out here for a few more minutes while we're here, and we'll just see where this leads. As you heard Trooper LaRoe say, there are several factors when considering whether to continue a pursuit, among which are the time of day, whether a school is nearby, and also the particular offense that that person was being sought for. In other words, why was this chase started in the first place? And in this case today, it was simply an expired tag. However, we don't know the individual's identity at this point or what that individual may have in terms of outstanding warrants. We don't know any of that at this point. And again, waiting for some identification, which at this point has not come forth. Did you see anything? Can you go on live with me on Facebook or not? Okay, we got a person here said she consent to going on Facebook with us live here. Nice to see you. How are you, ma'am?
Fine.
Good to see you. I'm Phil Anderson, speaking Capital Journal.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for a moment of your time. First of all, you mind if I got your name?
Louise.
Louise, what's your last name, Louise?
Scott.
S-C-O-T-T?
Yeah.
Louise, you said you saw this whole thing. What did you see?
I seen him skirt around the corner and he couldn't stop it. The first thing he went right up in the yard and hit that tree.
And then what happened?
He got out, took across there and started running.
Which way did he run?
Run through that alley, jumped over that fence over there and kept right on moving.
Oh, I see the police officer back behind him. So he jumped over a fence. Is there like a little alley back in there?
I don't know. I've never been. I just moved over here years ago, so I don't know what's over there.
But he somehow hopped over a fence and went off that way, huh?
Yeah.
And so...
The little guy that was in the car with him just sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't go anywhere.
No.
So that's him in that car. I think they're just taking him away, it looks like, right
Yeah.
now. So, a little excitement for you, huh?
Yeah.
Were you sitting right out here watching the whole thing?
Yeah, I was watering my plants and I was like, I heard him when he skirt and I turned around and looked and then next thing I know he hit the tree.
Was it a loud crash?
Yeah.
And were you concerned everybody would be okay?
Yeah, because I looked at it and stood, he stood there for a minute, I guess he thought about it and then took off running.
What a situation.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful nobody was hurt that was an innocent person
Yeah.
driving along the road here. I mean, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but
Yeah.
you certainly don't want to see an innocent person get hurt as a result of someone running from the police and the law
Yeah,
enforcement.
because whoever the sheriff, one of the sheriffs was like 2 cars behind him.
I see.
So he might have been seen him behind him and panicked.
Yeah. They'd been having a bit of a chase, they were saying earlier. It started out by 4800 block Topeka Boulevard and it came through over here.
Yeah. So he made it here, and I guess he lost control and couldn't.
That's what we were thinking. He must have tried to turn left there and hit that tree.
Yeah.
Did you hear him hit his brakes or not? He just hit the tree. Did he go?
He was struggling with the steering wheel, like he was trying to make a complete turn.
I see.
And he couldn't.
Okay. Well, I'm just, like I said, I hope nobody was hurt bad, but I'm hoping again that the situation like this, you know, we don't see very many of these, because it's very scary when you have a chase in the middle of town.
Yeah.
And we don't know if he blew through any red lights or not. I haven't been told that, but it's a very, very dangerous situation.
Yeah.
So, well, Louise, it was nice to speak with you, and thank you for letting us come and say hello.
Okay.
And thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
And there you heard from Louise Scott sitting right out here on her front yard, and she said she saw this happen. And again, all of this occurring around 1:11 p.m. this afternoon. So we're going to leave here from the scene here in the 100 block of Southwest Hillside, and we'll have more information on this as it becomes available. So check cjonline.com for more details. Reporting live from South Topeka again, this is Phil Anderson for cjonline.com.